Drama unfolded few hours ago in the house of Natasha in Kogi State. You know, it's normally knows that Natasha had finally left the international space and she had finally come back to Kogi State. And that was a video that circulated when she used an helicopter to land in Kogi State and the people actually welcomed her and all of that. That was when she landed in Kogi. You know, Natasha had been staying in the house since then, but Akpabio wife had finally come and said no, she's not going to accept the fact that Natasha go to international space to disgrace her husband. And after disgracing him and all of that, UN is seeing Akpabio as a very terrible person, and even the US Congress and all of that, they are seeing Akpabio as a wicked person that is using power against common Nigerians and senators and all of that. Now, the name of Akpabio is trending in different newspapers in the international space. They said Akpabio is a terrible power drunk senator and all of that. Now, the wife of Akpabio finally said that she will not accept it. Now, drama unfolded in the house of Natasha and nobody ever expected it. You will see it for yourself. Play the full video in this very video. You will see things the way it goes. So I would like guys to stay connected to the end of the video. If you can share the video, just do well to share it. Share it to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like the video, like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave your find for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, just do all to click the red subscription button that is appearing on your video screen, and at the same time click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. You know, drama actually unfolded in the house of Natasha a few hours ago. Natasha actually came back to Nigeria. You know, they suspended her already. She's no more going to the Senate. I didn't mean that is before she cannot be in her house, but now she's already sitting down in her house because of the suspension that they actually give to her for 6 months. Now Natasha came back to Nigeria in an helicopter and she entered Kogi State. Now she's now sitting in his house. And don't forget, when Natasha was outside Nigeria, she was granting interviews up and down, and many of the interview they asked her different questions regarding everything that happened between her and Akpabio, and Natasha explained everything to the world. She explained it in UN and she explained it in US as well, and these are the biggest place as far as the world is concerned. And you know, a lot of newspapers are now picking it in different international space regarding what Natasha said about Akpabio. Now they now call Akpabio a very terrible and harassing senator that Nigeria is having and all of that. That's what they're saying, and the newspapers are picking it all around in the world. Now the wife of Akpabio finally stormed Natasha in her house in Kogi. You can't come back from the international space, spoil my husband's name, and come and sit down in Kogi State enjoying yourself and all of that. You can't do this and just sit down and be enjoying. Akpabio wife finally burst out. Everywhere burst in Natasha house few hours ago. I'll play the full video. You will see everything the way it goes. So I would like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video as you're watching it, just want to share it. Share it to the social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like the video, like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. You know, a lot of people are demanding for evidence from Natasha and all of that. And Natasha keeps saying it. She said she have the evidence, but she will not release the evidence until they plan to investigate the matter, because when matter arises like that, it is not enough for people to pick side, including senators in the Halo chamber. When the matter happened in the Halo chamber, then they were picking side. A lot of the senators, like 90-something%, actually put their support for Akpabio. They said Akpabio cannot do such a thing, and they said Natasha is just a black man and all of that. And that was why Natasha was kind of intimidated and she was kind of suppressed. That was why she went to the international space to report the issue, because she believes that there's nobody she can report to in Nigeria again, and that tarnishes the image of Akpabio in US, in UK, in everywhere all around the world. You know, for Akpabio to go to all those countries now, the kind of eyes that they will use to be seeing, they will be denying his visa. That's what is happening. They will be denying his visa. And I said that is not enough. Natasha said it is until they plan to investigate the matter, that is when she will release the evidence. Now a lot of people are demanding for evidence, but some people came out and made it known to the general public that before you can demand for evidence, you should not forget that before you can enter many of these big men office, they will ask you to submit your phone, any digital asset that you have on you. You will have to submit everything in an office before you enter the big men's office, and you will not have any means of recording, including your earpod, including everything, including even charger. They will collect it from you because they don't trust it, because the life and technology is advanced. They don't trust anything. So you will go to the office empty-handed, and when harassment is ongoing and all this kind of thing is ongoing, there will not be any means for you to record. Those are what some Nigerians actually said. So they said they should start demanding for evidence from Natasha and all of that, but that's not where we're going today. Let me play the full video of the drama that actually unfolded in the house of Natasha. Come and see things the way it goes. Everywhere everywhere buzz. But first of all, let me play you the video that happened a few hours ago. What a man said regarding this Natasha and Akpabio issue. What a lot of Nigerians did not know. Come and see evidence. Come and see what is going on. This man opened up everything the way it goes. What a lot of people don't know. Then during the video, you will see what happened in Natasha. Just stay connected. You will hear from Natasha herself. So if you can share the video, just do what to share it. If you can't share it, just like it. Stay connected. I'll come back again.
Okay, Nigerians, those of una wey support Senator Natasha, those in support of suspension, those in support of Senate President Akpabio, make una come. I have little information for you. You know, one of the reasons why this country, Nigeria, no fit move forward, it is because we as Nigerians, there is no limit to wetin we fit tolerate as bad leadership. There is no nonsense we cannot take from our leaders. Nigerians will be like understanding girlfriend. No matter wetin they do to us, we go understand and we go dey patient. And you know one thing about Nigerian leaders, they go continue to dey test your ability to take bad leadership and nonsense. And the more you show them say you are ready to understand without pushing back, the more the situation go get worse. So if you been think say 9th Senate dey bad, the 10th one go show you say there's something called worse. If you been think say Buhari bad, the person wey go come after Buhari go tell you say no worry, na me been dey turn fura for Buhari. I go show you, I go deal with una. If this video too long, I go cut and post part 2 and 3 because I've already posted part 1. You can go and listen to it. And pardon me if I speak too fast. You see this issue in the National Assembly between Senator Natasha and Senator Godswill Akpabio. I don't tell una say you must look at the bigger picture. That problem is a symptom of a bigger problem. Nigeria, we are in serious trouble. So for those of now where they talk say Senator Natasha was with Senator for where Senator Natasha will be okay. She's an elite. She even fought to win her election to come to that Senate. The problem when Natasha they talk so it concern me and you average Nigerian pass Senator Natasha, but you do not know a situation where National Assembly was supposed to they carry out oversight, checks and balance over other arms of government have been completely hijacked when there is no meaningful opposition. The senator from Abuja, Senator Ireti, she said that the Senate is not opposition friendly. You know the meaning of that? That is why Nigeria can never move forward. Normally, we they hear now say Nigeria, see the people they post picture, we stand with Senator Natasha. No, Nigeria, we must leave social media talk about problem and put up a physical presence to exercise our fundamental democratic rights to peaceful assembly in that National Assembly, to demand for better governance and for the right thing to be done. Senate said they don't go on break, say they go resume on Monday or Tuesday. On a normal day, to say Nigerians, we love ourselves. As they resume for that place, Akpabio and other senators supposed to meet all of us at the gate of the National Assembly. Yes, because that National Assembly is not Akpabio's house. It's not any senator's house. It is the people's parliament where we send leaders for our own good. And we must be able to hold them accountable without fear. Akpabio is not God now. No, he's not. Senator Akpabio is like other senators that were voted in. They only choose him to be their Senate president. So for those of you where they talk say Senator Natasha is rude, there is procedure, there is standing order, listen to me very attentively. On that particular day when Senator Natasha they shout order 10, order 10, order 11, which is her own order as a her privilege as a senator, the Senate President Akpabio been they talk, his mic was on. Go and watch the video. If they tell them already, say prepare her for suspension, let the sergeant at arms take her out. So even before they send her to go committee on ethics, the Senate President don't already put her for suspension. So less than 24 hours later, the committee only came back to talk what the Senate President has already said. So the Senate President is the constituted authority, and that is the kind of injustice where you they support. Because you are from in party or you are from in state, you should be ashamed of yourself for your ignorance. According to other options where they list, where they bring out from the committee, her security should be taken from her. The allowances to her aid should be stopped. Former Senate President Ahmed Lawan, he get up, he talks, say her security should not be withdrawn from her. The Senate President Akpabio say if somebody stopped to be a senator, the security should also be taken. So a suspended senator is no longer a senator for this Nigeria, and that is the injustice you are supporting. That injustice is big enough to go round. It go touch you. Now say you no. And then if you want to talk about you, those of now they talk there are in the National Assembly. She was rude. She has 6 children. No worry. Now ourselves we they set up. Let me remind you of when Senate been don't get orders for themselves. 2020 when the court been sentenced one senator wey be former governor to prison for 12 years for stealing money from in own state. According to them, the 6 months where he say he do for prison before he go Supreme Court where overturn the ruling. Did they withdraw the allowances of the senator? Was his seat declared vacant? What was the standing order to take care of that one? Oh, so Senate standing order no know how to take care of the criminals amongst them. It only knows how to victimize opposition and women who they think that are defenseless. You should be ashamed of yourself and disappointed in yourself for your ignorance and supporting injustice. 2018, a senator from Delta Central, he made comment for National Assembly. They suspend him. He goes Supreme Court overturn and they suspend him for 90 days. Supreme Court said the suspension is illegal. When he go back, according to the senators and police will later carry him, elite thugs enter National Assembly, go hijack mace, the symbol of authority. Now the next day they go pick him for Abuja City Gate. What was the punishment? Well, if you don't know the punishment, by 2019 they vote him in as deputy Senate president. That is standing order. People will get standing abi sleeping order. Every year for 2 years now, when President Tinubu go National Assembly to submit budget, Senate chairman who is Akpabio, they go lead other lawmakers to they sing on their mandate they stand. Is the Senate, is the National Assembly the APC secretariat? Are all Nigerians in the same party? So which day Akpabio go suspend himself? My dear Nigerians, if you do not get up and go for us to come together and fight, my own concern is, as we dey talk about Natasha, we must be talking about electoral reform to overhaul and sanitize the criminal INEC, because if not for the criminal INEC and corrupt judiciary, most of the lawmakers abi senators wey dey Abuja, they will not be there in the first place. So now this Lagos idea, the day when we ready to mobilize, say we want to go and demand electoral reform and for the right thing to be done, the transport wey go carry me go are ready to borrow am, because we must overhaul that entire system. So my dear people, as we dey talk, so me as I dey so, no be the one wey they go come dey tell say, hey, be careful Peter, my name is Peter for Nigeria, Peter the Rock, nobody fit kill me. The almighty hand of God is upon me. To ask for good governance is not a crime. This Nigeria I live here, I no die here. I'm not better than people wey dey prison, people wey don't die. I'm not better than anybody. I have a God-given mandate to stand up for the truth and what I believe is right, and we must do that. That mandate, God willing, it must be established. The protest will be led by known faces, not be unknown faces where police carry them, nothing go do, until we get that courage to come out in our number and go and demand for what is right. Let me tell you, the pain is only getting started. The problem just the begin. The situation will get worse and worse, and there is no end in sight. So apart from these people who come to support their senator, they still get extra 250,000 people under 2 days wey sign petition to remove her from National Assembly. Meanwhile, the vote wey carry Senator Natasha go Senate, according to tribunal, was about 54,073 votes. So, chai, Nigeria, APC magic. What APC cannot do does not exist. Nigeria is an open crime scene. We have allowed criminals to overrun this asylum. And if Nigerians cannot wake up and speak up for what is true and to stand for justice, all of us will eventually become victims of this brazen criminality where we dey watch the unfold. So, Nigerian leaders, shame on you. Shame on you, Nigerian politicians. Shame on you, opposition lawmakers in the National Assembly, for deciding to sell your consciences and becoming a part of a cult instead of a parliament to speak up for the Nigerian people and to stand in solidarity with one of your own in the face of oppression. If you are too afraid to speak up, what of ordinary people like us who are defenseless? What exactly is the crime of Senator Natasha? In a Senate of 109 senators, only 4 women, and one of those women, they go through all the victimization when Natasha they go through. So what exactly is her offense? Una say she disobeyed standing orders in the Senate. You suspended her for 6 months without allowance and salary. You remove and withdraw her security. Senate president say if you stop to be a senator, you should stop to enjoy your security. If not for intervention of other senators, you want to stop salary of her staff. You throw out her petition from the Committee of Ethics, which of course was an unfortunate committee that would never have brought anything good for Senator Natasha. You begin a criminal kangaroo recall of the senator, and today when she talks, say she won't go visit her people, the governor of Kogi State come out with ban on public gathering and to stop convoy movement for Kogi State just because Natasha says she want to go and visit her people. This is a bunch of cowards trying to silence a woman from being able to represent and speak up for her people. Shame on you, Nigerian politicians. Every institution of government have been weaponized and politicized. Anybody that speaks up, you become the target. Any voice of dissent, you become the criminal. Benue State that they run today, herdsmen don't they pursue, they kill people there. Complete silence from the politicians. But to victimize a woman, at the end you will make a hero hero out of the situation. And INEC is in the center of this criminality, because anywhere you see political instability, you go see the hand of our Nigerian judiciary and INEC actively playing. These institutions, they don't weaponize them against the Nigerian people with law enforcement. So the people will bring petition to remove Senator Natasha. They say the INEC reply them, say they no carry phone number and address. They go back, go bring that one. So INEC is the one guiding the people on how to bring the petition to recall a legitimately elected senator. Now, according to their own investigation, the address is unverified and the group itself is not registered. But INEC never respond to tell them, say it is a ghost and kangaroo group trying to remove a senator from the Senate. Nigerian politicians, I feel terrible for Nigeria and even for Kogi people. Nigerians, we must speak up against injustice, because all of us are potential victims, and Senator Natasha have become a symbol of oppression and victimization. But I thank God for her, because all her political life now struggle, now battle. Even for her to go to Senate, you know how the thing happen now. The powers that be in Kogi, nothing where they no do. They divide road so that INEC materials no go fit go. But if God is with you and your people are with you, whatever God say you will be, you go become. Nigerian politicians, power is transient. If you don't leave power, power will leave you. You cannot be in power forever. And a generation of young Nigerian leaders will rise up in this country and will succeed where you bunch of failures have failed woefully. What is this oppression and victimization? Nigerian youth, we must begin to put our words into action. This 30 days rant, by tomorrow I go begin to do other videos directed at the institutions where we're supposed to talk to. Because if you do 30 days rant without action and plan, it is noise making. It must be backed up with 30 days action. The real institution that is fashioned against Nigeria na INEC. And this 30 days rant must even be converted to 30 days reform INEC and electoral system. If not, by 2027, it will be corruption on steroids. It will be criminality and Mageddon. How will you hold them accountable? Anything where they want to do, they go do, because they know that they can rig themselves back into power. That is where we must put our focus on INEC. May God help the people of Nigeria. The people of Kogi, I thank you now for coming out to show solidarity and standing with one of your own, because it is not a crime for you to speak up in Nigeria. For those of us, when we come to demand for good government, you think that we are your own victims. No. Planning to harm us is a waste of plan. Me, Peter, for Nigeria, this Nigeria, I know die here, I live here. The truth that I know is what I will speak, and may that truth set us free. So if you think that we are your problem, shame on you, Nigerian politicians. What a display of cowardice. May God help Nigerians to get the wisdom and courage to do what is necessary in our collective best interest. If not, as they look, tomorrow it happened to this one, today it happened to this one, next tomorrow if it be your turn, may Nigeria not happen to you.
Which called for the cancellation of rallies and gatherings and all whatnot. I mean, it's very heartwarming to know that my people were able to come out in such numbers, in their thousands, waited for me since morning, you know, and prayed that I actually come, because, you know, it takes, I keep saying that democracy is all about the people. Government, real true government are the people. And if I, as a representative, see this amount of love and support, then I think that's where I get my courage from. And then I have no option but to yield to that pull from the people. So I'm so grateful that they came out. I'm so thankful for this reception. And I'm also grateful to my husband for his generosity, I would say, because we spent pretty much all night with our think tank brainstorming how to maneuver the various restrictions that were placed by not only the governor but the commissioner of police earlier today. So we took a whole lot to think. Okay, we were not to use the waterways because even the fishing activities were suspended today. So that means any movement on the water could be seen as countering the government order. So we had to take away the accessing Kogi Central to the waters, because you know would have as well gotten in through Ajakuta local government. And then we thought the roads, we saw the list of all the roads that were going to be barricaded from the east, west, south and north. We knew there was no way we could enter the state. And the only option we saw was through air. And then immediately we began to make efforts towards that. So, like I say, it takes a whole lot of resources, courage, support from the people, and God Almighty to have made this possible. And I thank God, because at the end of the day, it just shows that, you know what, against all, people must find the courage to dare unjust situations. That's it. And whatever happens from today, well, I just commit every day to your hands. With regards to what statements I made today, yes, I still insist on my stance that I was sexually harassed by the Senate President, and that the harassment generated into malice, which denied me a lot of my privileges and rights on the floor of the National Assembly, and by extension denied the people of Kogi Central. Each time he denied me a chance to present a concern was him subjecting them to a denial of federal representation, and that's wrong. This is democracy. You can't extend your personal vendetta on one person to the people, you know. And of course, again, I said my suspension is illegal. It's unjust because it contravenes the Nigerian Constitution and even the Senate rules that says the senator should be suspended for just 14 days. Why 6 months? Especially when there are a series of court precedents, you know, in Ali Ndume and Omo Agege's cases. You see that the courts have time after time said you cannot suspend a senator that is duly elected. You cannot, and if you have to apply by the Senate rules, then it will be 14 days, and that's again for very serious offenses. So when they say that I was suspended not for the sexual allegation but for gross misconduct, the question again is, what exactly did Senator Natasha Akpabio do on the floor of the Senate that amounts to gross misconduct? I didn't fight. I didn't insult anybody. I wasn't violent. So what did I do? I didn't tear anybody's shirt. We've had senators fight. We've had senators slap each other. We've had senators tear clothes, throw things. In short, even the last 2 weeks, you've seen a whole lot of heated debates on the floor. But nobody was suspended. Why? Because I'm a woman, or why? Because I'm a minority among the minority? Because when you talk about the larger tribe, ethnicities there, you have about 20 Yoruba senators, the Hausas, you have a lot of them, but I'm the only one there. So why? I'm actually even very disappointed that my senators from Kogi, especially the senator from Kogi West, took it upon himself. He did not even mention the fact that Senator Karimi also cooked up a report trying to label me as if I'm a KGB agent infiltrating the National Assembly to disrupt the 10th Assembly and democracy. So what I did in that was that I took a preemptive measure by writing to the police so that they could invite Senator Karimi to testify or attest to the fact to how he knew about the so-called KGB agent and the infiltration moves. So I call my suspension illegal and unjust, and I hope that the courts will do justice. It's unfortunate that Justice Egwato recused himself on the 25th of March 2025. He did mention that he was recused because of the petitions that the Senate President wrote against him. But then I also got to know, like I said, allegedly, that he was also threatened, because that's what usually happens. And I respect his decision, but I pray that the next judge, who is Justice Binta Nyako, actually will be strong enough to stand against any threats, because at the end of the day, if the bad people keep winning, that means the entire country will suffer and our democracy suffers. So we need courageous people to strengthen the institutions who are supposed to be independent anyways. I look forward to getting back to the Senate so that I could resume my functions as a senator duly elected by my people. But if by chance I am not recalled on time, I will still continue carrying out my activities. Tomorrow we're going to commence the reconstruction of 3 primary healthcare centers in Kogi Central, and we have a lot of other activities on. We also have some empowerment programs that will be coming up this week here. It doesn't stop me from doing my work, even if it means I have to work extra hard, you know, since I'm out of office temporarily, to make my people feel feel the good impact of democracy. But I pray that Nigerians across, even beyond Kogi Central, will be able to continuously lend their voices, because an injustice to me is an injustice to everyone. We all see what is happening to Governor Fubara himself, whereby he's suspended for 6 months as well, against the backdrop, against the Constitution. You know, I did mention that the Nigerian Constitution does not allow the suspension of elected officers. So again, I thank Nigerians, I thank Nigerian women for their support, for their understanding. Yesterday, when I received the award for the voice of good governance, I mean, the chair in the hall, when I was called, just reaffirmed that many people are with me. Many women across Nigeria are with me in this fight for justice on the sexual harassment part, because many women are actually facing this ill, but they cannot just speak up. And most of these men, some of the men actually who criticize me, I will tell them, well, they should go home, call their wives, call their daughters and ask them. They will be surprised what their wives and daughters will tell them that goes on in workplaces or in the learning institutions. So generally, I want to appreciate Nigerians. I want to appreciate the international community, the many international organizations that have lent voices and wrote statements. I want to appreciate Auntie Obiese Kwesili, Kadraya Ahmed, and many others who have, irrespective of their regions or their states, they found a purpose in what I'm doing, and they've stood by me through thick and thin. And again, I'm going to call on INEC, and I'm going to call on the police and the DSS. Hey, these are institutions that are meant to safeguard and strengthen Nigeria's ecosystem with regards to the good governance. So it's about time that they find courage to desist from being manipulated by the powerful people, especially those who have so much to throw around. It's about time they resist this temptation so that they'll be able to serve ordinary citizens. I mean, if I myself, being a senator, can be subjected to so much attacks in just the span of 1 month, you can imagine what an ordinary citizen who wants to challenge the illegalities around will face. Do you understand? If I myself, with the support I'm having, with my family support and all that, and my party, I'm still able to face this much attack, imagine what it will happen to an ordinary person. So I think I'll just tell INEC, hey, they should just do what is right. The INEC chairman should not be afraid. He's going to retire soon. This is pretty much his last term. This is the time for him to redeem his image, especially with regards to the conduct of the past elections, as regards to the, especially what was captured in the several electoral observers reports. The INEC chairman should do right by this recall. I know it's fraudulent. The signatures were collected. The few signatures amongst the lot were collected by fraud, deceit, and many were just manipulated. So it will be really gruesome to know that such illegality will succeed at this day and age. I have nothing been other than a good citizen, a law-abiding citizen, and I don't think I should suffer just because I decide to dare the corrupt institutions, because what they're doing to me is trying to break me down. All of what has happened is just a plot to break me down, make me apologize, and make me fall in line and behave like every other senator or every other politician. But I have always said, I got into politics not to behave like a typical politician, but to try to reform the political space.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You know, a lot of people are actually saying that what Natasha is saying is wrong, that she cannot provide an evidence and she's accusing someone. And this accusation, she have taken it to international communities, and the international space, they now seeing the other party as a very terrible person. And I said that's not enough. The wife of Akpabio too, they said what she's saying about Natasha is very wrong. They say you can't know your husband 100% because there are a lot of men in Nigeria, according to what Nigerians are saying, you know, this is not my own personal opinion. According to what a lot of Nigerians are saying, they said a lot of men in Nigeria today, they are doing different things in street. They are sleeping with different people in street, but their wife did not know because their wife did not catch them right-handed. Their wife is not aware of it. It is their best friend that know what they do. Their best friend, they are the one that know what they are doing in their account, because their wife is not even aware. So the wife will keep seeing the person as a kind of a loyal person and as a kind of a devoted and faithful person to the marriage. It is until the wife catches, and many many of Nigerian men, they know how to play their cards very well. There's no how you can catch them. Some people have been cheating for over 20 years with their wife, and you can't even know. The wife cannot even know. So for Akpabio wife to come out, according to what a lot of Nigerians are saying, they say for Akpabio wife to come out to say that the husband cannot do what Natasha actually accused him of and all of that, they said it is a very good thing for you to side your husband. It's a very good thing for you to defend the husband. But do you really know the truth of the matter? They say it is the victim that actually know what really happened. It is the victim and the doer of the thing that actually know what really happened. They said the wife of Akpabio cannot really speak into this matter, but the wife of Akpabio is now fighting that Natasha cannot just come out to accuse her husband that way. And this is a husband that is highly reputable and is occupying a very big position as far as Nigeria is concerned, because after the president is the vice president, from the vice president is the senate president, is the third man of Nigeria. And for someone to accuse him of such a thing, it is a very big blow to Akpabio. So the wife of Akpabio is now fighting that Natasha cannot go to international space and disgrace the husband, spoil the name and do all those kind of things, and and come back to Nigeria to come and sit down and be enjoying. Those are what we heard on media allegedly, and that is what we heard according to reports. They said Akpabio's wife is not taking the matter lightly, because this thing is becoming something else. This thing have turned to something else, because you should count the number of interviews that Natasha actually attended. You should see everything, even protests even emanated from this same issue. A lot of women came out, they said the assault cannot continue in Nigeria space. That is not only about Natasha, that is about many people, many students in school, that lecturers are harassing and all of that, and many women in different institutions, even private firm, that people are harassing, their bosses are harassing. They say all these things must stop. Those are what a lot of people are fighting for. They said they're not even fighting for Natasha case alone, but Akpabio got a lot of people in his back. If you look at the Senate House, a lot of the senators, they actually put their support for Akpabio. They said Natasha cannot be saying the truth, that if Natasha is really saying the truth, that Natasha should provide an evidence. But the question that a lot of Nigerians are asking is, before Natasha can have the temerity to be disrespecting Akpabio, because obviously Natasha disrespected Akpabio, they said for Natasha to have the temerity to be challenging Akpabio to his face, challenging him like that and all of that, they said something might have happened at the back door that a lot of people don't know. That infantry cannot just come from anywhere. When Natasha is not a witch, that infantry cannot just emanate from anywhere. That thing might have been cooking. Those are the speculation. All these things are still alleged. These things are coming from different opinions, people trying to brainstorm the matter and trying to see into the matter. So these are not real facts and all of that, according to what a lot of Nigerians are saying. But everybody is just trying to pick something out of the scenario just to ensure that they get the truth of the matter, just like investigative journalisting and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Now, drop a pin in the comment section of this video. Do you really think Akpabio's wife can know the husband 100%? Drop a pin in the comment section. Feel free. According to what a lot of Nigerians are saying, they say she can't know her husband 100%. A lot of men are doing something outside, and there's a husband that are very loyal to their wife and they are faithful. Feel free. Say your mind at the comment section. As I'm gonna dedicate that for you and share. Follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, he pastor for LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the bar, where politician with the do pass himself. Leader, all the while you waiting for church. All as LAJUPOG Watch TV.